There it is. It says
One.
it's live. 3, 2, 1. There you
Yay.
go. You missed it.
Uh-oh.
Great Sauce Max. We're back. We're doing a live broadcast here on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we are talking a little bit about, Christmas, different holidays, and different things, and, family situations, relationships, all these different things. And it's really just sort of kicking the ball around. Okay. We're not teaching doctrine here. We're just kicking the ball around and see what people say about things. We have Valerie here. Valerie.
Howdy. Oh,
There
hang
you
on.
go. We got Valerie.
All of a sudden, I'm getting all these YouTube.
Now my computer quit.
Fake. Hello.
Yeah. Now I'm back.
Okay. You don't hear those YouTube notifications popping up, do you?
I turned all of them off because I get
Okay.
like 1,000 of them a day.
Okay. So, but you're not hearing mine, right?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Good. Okay. Because all of a sudden, I'm starting to get them. Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
Valerie's on. Valerie's on. Look, Valerie's on.
Yeah.
Go check
Ding,
her out.
ding, ding, ding.
There you go. No, I'm not hearing anything on my end.
Okay.
Um,
Good.
I have to refresh the whole screen for chat and stuff like that. If anybody is coming up to chat, I'm not going to look at it for like 5 minutes. It's
Okay.
way behind.
Well, maybe
So,
one of these days you can show me how to have a couple of windows up so that I could chat without using my little tablet. Is
and
that
you kind of need two monitors
okay?
to do everything at the same time.
All right.
Um, you could probably do it, but my situation is I'm trying to orchestrate everything.
Orchestrate.
Yeah. So I have to have a separate screen. But somebody, if you're just joining chat or something like that, you don't have to do that. But if you want to mute your microphone or you want to do something like that, you have to have a separate screen so you can click and yeah.
I can do that, but sometimes my cursor doesn't move, and then it gets stuck, or the um the little icons up here don't show up. But hey,
Well,
I have an old computer too.
welcome to computers.
Yeah. Welcome,
All
Canada
right.
A. Canada A.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. Can
What are
I
you
do it?
drinking there? Maple syrup? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
it was.
drinking?
You know what, Max? I have maple syrup, but I
I
don't
bet
have
you do.
I don't have pancake. Where's pancake?
Pancakes been MIA for a long time.
Okay.
And
Because you know
yeah,
what? I tried searching him on YouTube and I can't find him there either. I can't find his channel.
he
But anyway,
I know a
I
bit
miss him.
about that and I miss him too. He's
I
a good
miss him.
guy and
Yeah.
I know more than you know about that guy.
Okay.
And we'll just put it that way.
Okie dokie.
One of those things that like you're talking about age of salvation and stuff like that. Oh man.
Well, he seems
Pancake
to know. He
pancake
seems
oh, he can give me a run for my money.
exactly. Yep.
He can give me a run for my money.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to I can't dox the guy. I can't go into all this stuff.
No, no, no.
But the kid knows the stuff.
Yes.
Knows the stuff.
Well, from what I've seen, the tip of the iceberg, I can't imagine another 5, 10 years from now
Oh yeah.
if we're
Yeah.
still here. Yeah.
Well, what's going to happen is, unfortunately, he's probably going to go off into school because his parents want him to go off and do some college thing or something like that, and he'll get turned away from the Bible.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, you don't think so? I
No, he's got it
that's
in
what
him.
that's what normally happens though with people that are very very smart and very intuitive and understand things, is that they go off and they go off to something else, and because they're paying for it, they think it's right. They don't accept free knowledge. I'm paying for this knowledge, therefore it must be right.
Yes, but you know what that creates? That creates friction. Because I know, I've seen it. I've seen people being forced to go to school and get degrees and whatnot, and they're just not happy.
Oh yeah.
and they go out
None
and it's just money
none of them
wasted.
are.
No.
None of
If
them are.
unless you wanna do it personally and you're happy doing it and that's what you wanna do, that's different. But, yeah, I pray for pancake and, I can't see that happening, Max.
Well,
We'll
I
see.
was almost in the same situation, and I've
Oh,
been to a few different schools and basically dropped out or whatever. Didn't didn't really care. I kind of saw it as a just kind of something to pass my time.
well, it's something that you have to do at a certain age. I mean,
Nah,
it's
not really. I
by
didn't.
law, either that or you homeschool. Um,
I
you
was
have to
making.
learn something.
I think I was making more than my dad when I was 18.
Oh,
I mean, and my dad's not a loser.
mm,
He's like a millionaire. It's like just I mean, I don't this none of this is fact. Okay. This is just my recollection of things. Um, I went through, but I wanted to do something for myself. I knew these things and I knew I was interested in it. And I got lucky and did computer stuff. And I did baking and I did cooking. I did a lot of stuff that everybody else does. No big deal. I just happen to be at the right spot, the right time for what I do. And it's interesting that the most important thing in my family was getting a crappy job that pays a lot of money. That's it. That's it. But make sure you show up for Christmas time. Make sure you show up for Christmas and Easter. Why? My dad's not a Christian. Why? What's the big deal? I'm making more money than you. I'm doing what you want me to do. I'm making good for the family. Oh, we got to show up for Christmas. What are you going to do? Why should I be there?
yeah.
And
I
at one
I
point,
I I agree, Max. I get the same thing because I say that, well, I really don't want to go. Well, you got to go. It's family and it's Christmas and you should go and
yeah.
and then you're just obligated. I mean, then I just
Oh
sit
yeah.
there and I just I just look and I watch and I see and I'm just oh, it's just so it's maddening actually.
I
It's
have here's the thing is I used to live about 20 minutes away from my where I grew up, my family, and I go down there all the time. No problem. Now I'm 75 miles away. Now I'm like, no. There is no way. If you don't have something else for me, except for the fact you're going to feed me, I can go up to Bumps that's a half a mile away and get fed. And it's going to cost me less for the food than it does in gas money to go down there and go see you. What else do you got for me? And it might sound like a very hard thing about like, how could you do this to your family? They're unsaved. Okay. It's not like we
yeah.
go there for fellowship. They're
So
just a
what?
bunch of people who get together and have a little party. That's what it is.
Yeah. Or they oh, it just slipped my mind. It's almost like an outwardly thing. It's almost like a big show
Oh yeah.
because everybody's doing it, so we do it, and but they celebrate it, but they're not really. What are they celebrating?
They have no idea.
Exactly.
This is the day on the year that I need to
Yeah.
plan for a party.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's nothing wrong with planning for a party and having a party at your place. The funny thing is, if you plan a party at your place, if you're too far away, a lot of people aren't going to come there.
That's right.
Everybody wants you to come there.
I
We're
was
having
just
this big party. We're
yeah.
having a big party out here. And we're going to party at Max's. We have a big party. No one's going to show up.
I was just gonna say that. You have something, and then all of a sudden, oh, sorry, but we have other plans.
Yep.
Oh, we can't do that, or something's come up, or you plan something, and then but when they want you there, it's like you got to be there. You have to drop everything you're doing and show up.
Mhm.
and that's very
See,
discouraging.
yeah, well, see, I'm lucky enough that I'm the black sheep of the family and I never show up for anything anyway, so no one expects me to show up. But it is a ticker to me that when somebody actually really needs my help, I am there, and when I need their help, whoa,
Yes.
I can't answer my phone, man. I am too old to pick that up. I get all sorts of other excuses like that. Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
that's family. And that's Christmas. That's what we deal with Christmas.
And
All
you know
these
what?
people
Yeah.
lowered
It's
expectations.
it's friends you can sort of get away with that kind of stuff. Like
Well,
as
for a little
far
bit.
as for yeah. Um but family, they're actually the ones that hurt you the most.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're always the ones that are the biggest piece of crap on the planet. I mean, your friends are going to treat you that bad.
Well,
Family
your
will.
friends bend a little bit, and you can make other arrangements, or if you can't do this day, you do another day. If we can't do that, let's do something else.
Yeah.
But when it comes to family, if
I'm
it's not
glad you have friends like that because I've never had friends like that.
oh,
My friends are like,
yeah, but
nah.
I only have one that's saved in a
Yeah.
sense, if you want to say saved, but
I'm
only
not
one
even
that
talking about
leaves.
saved people. I'm talking about lost people too. My
Yeah,
my friends are bunches of crap.
yeah,
Like literally. The only guy that I know that's a halfway decent guy, I sort of have to pick him up from where he lives and bring him all the way back up here so we can hang out. And, that's kind of a big deal. But I have a lot of friends. Nobody else cares about what I'm doing. Nobody could give two craps less. Nobody. And it's like, gee, I just bought a
it's
house. I just got married. I just remodeled everything. I just all this wonderful stuff. It's cool. That's like worldly that people should be interested in. You can come over and we'll have a barbecue. No, no one gives a crap.
yeah,
And the family too. You
yeah.
know, my brother,
Well,
my brother has been cool, so he's been out, but nobody else cares.
yeah,
Nobody else cares.
I understand that.
Well,
I do.
what do people expect in return? This is the thing that boggles my mind is I understand like Christianity, faith alone, and you're believing in Christ. That's a thing. Christianity. But when you're dealing in real life things and people offer you these things and they do good things for you and they're willing to put up with all your crap and all this stuff and you're willing to do nothing, I mean,
Yeah, that's where
nothing.
people's motives come in. Sometimes they do things because they want things in return.
Well, yeah, that was the way I was raised.
Yeah,
That was the entire way I was raised. But
but
even
there's
even
always. Sorry, Max.
no, even not getting something in return, if it was if I was putting myself as like my friend out there and he just bought a house and just got married, myself, I would want to go out and go see his place and go
Yes,
hang out with him.
exactly. Yeah.
That would just be me.
Mhm. Without wanting anything in return other than
No.
just time and friendship and spending time with.
I'm gonna sleep on your couch. If it's a long way out there to drive, I'm gonna sleep on your couch. And, we couldn't even have that. Okay. We're trying to go out and go see Robert Breaker in Wisconsin. My wife's friends, no, can't sleep on our couch. I'm like, really? We got to drive 7, 8 hours out there. They're not going to give us a place on the couch. We have to pay for a hotel for probably 3 days. We don't have $500 to spend on this stuff. $150 to ride out there, $250 for hotels, and another $150 back. No, why don't you just let us sleep on your carpet or something?
Yeah. A
I
tent?
mean, what's the point?
Or a
Why?
tent.
Just give me your key. She could have my wife's friend. I don't know her, honestly. I don't know her, But it's like, you coulda said, I'll leave the key under the mat or wherever she's going to leave the key. And that way it would have given us 2 days, $300 off our bill to go sleep on the floor or whatever. I mean, you go check out Robert Breaker and hang out with them because they were coming back like a day later after Robert left. No, no. And it's like, what kind of
Was there an excuse for that, or just were they home?
they were out of town and then they
Oh,
were coming back.
well, you would think somebody would appreciate somebody going in and checking on the house,
I don't know. I don't know.
staying there for 2 days.
It's not my friend and I don't talk to him.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. But as far as my house goes, it's like, yeah, you want to
Open.
show up and go hang out? Well,
Yeah.
go ahead. If the dog doesn't eat you, I guess you're good. And then, that's an over exaggeration. It's an over exaggeration, but
No, but I hear you. When you need something, it's funny that people aren't there, but when they need something, they're right on your doorstep.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I know what that's like. But anyway, I
There's
think
too
I
many
think I
too
think
many
you're
punks in the world, man.
punks. I
Too many
know.
punks.
I know. Stay inside, Max.
I'm gonna stay inside. I don't want to go outside.
Don't get hit by a car.
I the two cars that actually drive around here. I doubt it.
So, is there anybody in chat then?
I haven't looked.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody in chat who wants to talk or ask questions, gonna be at Valerie or at Max.
You're gonna have to look for me because I have nothing up. I mean, I can bring up my
No, but they do add Val. It'll come up.
for you.
No, I can do it right now. I'll do it right now.
I mean, I can bring up my tablet and look. But
Oh, you
or
got
you
all
can
these
look.
weird spaces in your name, so maybe it won't.
I do. It's just my name. Weird.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't go.
I get very discouraged at this time of year, and I find people very hypocritical, and all they want to do is exchange gifts because
Oh
they feel
man,
good. Oops.
and
Sorry.
honestly, that's not hard to.
Oh, I have a question. Or is that you?
It's probably me. I honestly agree with that. I really like giving gifts out on Christmas. I really have gone out of my way to give a lot of people gifts just because, if it's something, I don't want to get the whole thing, but I think that giving gifts is a good thing. Does it matter if it's Christian? The gifts are no, just here. I appreciate you being alive. Here you go. Here's a gift. Things like that. And obviously, people you're closer to, you can have closer gifts that are more related to how the people are.
Um, Spiritual Gifts is asking if I'm looking forward to the new year. Um, that means I'm a year older. You're closer to the rapture. You're, I don't know. The new year, I don't really do New Year's actually. It's just another day. And yeah, just keep going one day at a time, whatever it brings. I just hope we don't go digital dollar yet. I'm not ready for that. I work too hard.
Oh, you're gonna go out to the pub and go party down, you know it.
No. No. You know what, Max? I went to a party a couple weeks ago. It was a house party, and I was invited. A coworker slash friend from work. Um, Not a believer. But anyway, the way the party went, it was kind of like a potluck. So we bring stuff that we eat, And then, of course, we drink. We have 1 or 2 drinks. Like, I drink, sorry, but I do. I love my
Go
wine,
to hell.
and I just go to hell. No, I'm going to Israel and sacrifice something. No, I grew up Italian, so I'm, you know,
Well,
we
that's
drink
okay
wine.
then. As long as you're Italian, you can drink all the wine you want.
That's right. I don't overdo it. Anyway, my point being is, now that marijuana has gone legal, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody kind of meandered over to the garage, and
I'm smoking pot.
exactly,
Yeah,
and
there you go, man.
they were all wondering where I was, and I said, "Well, I'm just sorry, but I'm not into that, kind of thing." But what I'm getting to is now the parents are smoking with the children, and
Mhm.
everybody was there except for me. I was the only one that I left. I had to leave. It's not my thing. So,
Yeah. You know,
um,
I hate
that's
to
where
I
it's
hate to break
going,
it to you,
and
Valerie,
that's
but
Merry Merry Christmas.
I
Let's
hate to
toke.
break it to bit, Valerie, but there are a lot of parents up there that I grew up with in high school that would give their kids dime bags for Christmas presents and put
Wow.
it in their stocking. And I went to a rich school.
Yeah,
I
I
think
believe it.
probably the richest school in
Yeah,
Minnesota, I think. Stillwater Senior. Yeah. Probably.
yeah. But that was my first Christmas party this year.
There you go.
And do I want to go out? Not really.
Oh, come on.
No, just not my thing. And you know what's funny? Because I had my cousin come over from Toronto on the weekend, and they were discussing that same thing. Like, how do we teach our kids, uh, about the legality of marijuana? And I didn't understand it because I thought, well, what do you think? Like, how do we ease them into doing it? It's just like, well, you
How do
just
you
don't.
ease them into doing it? You're trying to like
I mean,
forcefully massage their
here you
trying to roll
go.
that joint,
Pass it around.
stick it
No,
in the 1-year-old's mouth and go, okay,
no, but they're
don't
against
inhale
it.
too much.
Yes.
Be
Well,
like Bill
don't
Clinton.
inhale.
Don't inhale.
Um, they don't. They're the type of family that don't. But you can't say no to your kids when it's legal now,
Yes, you
and
can.
they don't. Y- yes, you can. That's exactly it. Yes, yes, you
I
can.
started smoking when I was like 10. All right.
Yeah,
Started smoking cigarettes. I could buy
but I mean,
cigarettes anywhere back then. Doesn't mean my parents couldn't tell me not to do that. They just chose not to.
yeah. The next generation is going to be quite interesting, I think.
Well, I think that the
Yeah,
generation that we have right now is very interesting. They're a bunch of um what's a nice word for it? Fairies? Is that a nice word for it?
fairies.
Yeah, a bunch of fairies. I mean, the common word is millennials, but they're a bunch of fairies who just can't take any criticism from anybody, and
Oh,
they
oh,
can't
brother,
take any sort of discipline from their parents, so they're going to call 911.
or
And
sue them.
yes,
Mhm.
fairies.
Yeah, me. It's becoming
Who
that way, Max. Yeah,
who is going to defend us in a war? All right. Do I think that I want do I want the LGBTQ guy defending me in a war? No, I don't want that guy. I want the hard, I hate everybody. You could say Clint Eastwood dude out there kicking
go
ass.
ahead, go ahead, make my day.
Yeah,
Go
that's what I
ahead,
want.
make my day.
And you know that the government's always going to take 18 to 20-year-olds for any kind of war, any kind of conflict. And this is what we got. This is what we got. People who want to get breast implants and
Yeah,
hormone therapy and
yeah.
all this stuff, and it's like that's our soldiers.
Mm.
You wonder why like China's building up because United States is done. It's
We're
done.
getting we're getting to the point, Max, so we don't need the soldiers.
Yeah.
It's coming to that. I don't know. Everything's
Not
so
quite.
robotic now.
Well, they think so. I mean, they think so. That's been going on. It's the same sort of idea as the Jetsons, where everyone thought they'd be running around on flying cars. It's not the same thing. Technology in the last 10 years has not really moved an inch. It
That
really hasn't.
that we know of.
Nah,
Mm,
it hasn't moved. Everybody has all the same stuff as they always have, and
just better?
it hit the pinnacle. It hit the pinnacle, and people can't figure out what to do. Like with computers, my computer is still faster than computers I can buy today. Um, it's just how it is. It just happens to be 10 years old. So it's going to break, and I need to replace it before it breaks and reprogram. But it is still faster. That's how it is.
Yeah, it's a good thing
Nothing has
you.
changed.
It's a good thing you can do that. I would just have to go out and buy a new one,
Well, I'm buying a new one too.
or take it in and have it
I'm not gonna. Well, I
redone
live.
or refurbished.
Yeah, I know all about how to build computers and all that stuff. So it's no big deal for me to keep replacing parts, but it's honestly cheaper for me to buy it from a store than to actually go up to the website who produces the computers for the store. And if I check box all the things that I want that is actually in the store, it's $500 more expensive to order it directly from the company. But if I go to the store, yeah, it's 500 bucks cheaper. Plus it's on sale and they'll do all this other stuff for me. I mean, that's how that works. And but it is interesting that the fastest computer you can get now is a 4.7 gigahertz. That was ancient technology, 10 years ago. I have a 4.1 gigahertz and that was kind of cutting edge 10 years ago.
So why are they so expensive then?
um
Like what justifies the price of them then if they're not getting better?
they're price fixing right now.
What does that mean?
It means that there's only like 3 people who make memory silicone chips, and
Oh, okay. Mm.
they all come out of China. And those 3 manufacturers get together and say, "We will not go below a certain amount of price." And we all agree to do that to be competitive, and we'll all agree to do this. And they're price fixing. This is going to be the bottom line on the price. China stepped in and said, "No, you're price fixing." And when China steps in and says that there's a monopoly going on, you got big problems. You got a socialist, communistic, I'll cut your head off government that says that you're messing around with the economy. Oh, you're messing around with the economy. And it really comes down to that. A lot of the silicone, a lot of the motherboards, and a lot of the computer parts actually come out of China, and China is really clamping down on it because I built the computer that I'm running on right now for about $450. Everything, minus the graphics card, which I already had, which is still only $100 part, but 450 bucks. To build something equivalent to that now, I'm looking at $1,000, and it's mainly because of this memory thing and a couple of other issues. It's like, why is this stuff so much more expensive? I expect 20% inflation, something like that. And it's because of the things that are going on in China. Everything used to be done in Japan when they did it right. Everyone loves their Toyota Corolla, man.
Do they make Legos?
No, that was the Swedish. Swedish.
Well, there
Can't
you go.
mess with the Swedish. So yeah, that was a big long deal. Jack O'Neill, stop calling me a snowflake, you punk. I'll go
Hey,
back there and
Iceman.
I'll tell you something else.
Uh,
So you got a Christmas tree, Valerie?
no,
Oh,
nope.
oh.
Oh,
You didn't put up any lights in your house? Nothing like that?
no,
No.
no,
Hmm?
no. You know where lights are for Christmas season, right?
No,
We talked about that.
a
To
little bit,
put
but not
Yeah,
light specifically.
it's attracting the spirits to come into your home. It
Oh,
it
come on.
shows
I
that
don't.
it no, 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 it shows, sorry, I'm wrong. It shows that you're celebrating it used to be pagan. That's where the lanterns came in. Put a light in your window. It shows that you were celebrating the pagan feasts, I
Well,
think.
that's very, very similar to the Jews on Passover.
Saturnalia. Well, it's all Festival of Lights. It's all going that way. Even Kwanzaa. I looked that up. It's Festival of Lights.
Oh man, don't get you started on Kwanzaa.
Well, Robert, I don't know what he's doing.
For what? Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa.
No, he was just making fun.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's a Jewish. It is a Jewish tradition though to for Hanukkah to put
Yeah,
out a glass of wine on your step.
four, I think. Isn't four? A glass of wine on
Yes.
your step?
Yeah, it's a glass of wine on your step to.
Well,
Um,
for Elijah? No, that was a plate.
no, I think it's Elijah.
Yeah.
If he
Well,
will come back,
I think I'm gonna change my name to Elijah and move to Israel then.
there you go. That's the only way you can be a true Christian.
If they're gonna put wine on their steps, I'm there.
Oh no, I mean there are a lot of these things that I honestly don't know about, and
Yeah.
I think for stuff to celebrate, I actually think it's a good witnessing tool to do some of these things, and I'm really kicking it around
Yeah.
that
I
I'm gonna be out there and I'm gonna be like, oh man, it's Passover, man, it's Passover, and have all this crap in my yard in the middle of like July.
That's right.
And people are like, when you get this crap in your yard?
Yep.
I'm like, it's Passover, man. It's Passover.
It's Passover. That's
What is
right.
Passover? And people can
Yeah.
understand, it's Passover. It's a foreshadowing of Jesus Christ dying for your sins, being
Yeah.
resurrected, paying for it.
Yeah.
Your
They'll think
salvation. It's Passover, man. Passover. Woo! You know,
Yeah, they'll think you're
I
nuts. You'll
yeah,
be on the
exactly.
seventh floor in no time.
Oh, exactly. They'll have me in my like little straight jacket,
Yes.
roll me out in the front yard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shove you over to Shutter Island. You're stuck.
They wouldn't even bother. They wouldn't even bother. And they put me in a straitjacket and just tape my shotgun to my back. Be like, there you go. You're a Midwestern or whatever. You got your shotgun. You're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's funny. It's funny how things like that. I mean, they society lets you be yourself
a
the way
little bit.
they want you to be.
Oh yeah, a little
You
bit.
can't be yourself, and if you are yourself, they'll think you're crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's that's why, like I said, a lot of people aren't gonna come up on
Yeah.
here and do anything live. They're not gonna do anything with me because I got my face on the internet. I'm like, so what? You don't think that everything that you do isn't on the internet?
Hmm.
If you have a Facebook account, your picture is on the internet. Everybody
Yeah.
knows who you are.
I'd rather put my face on the internet because I want it to be on there. And
Hmm.
a lot of people, they snap pictures, and I say, "Don't you dare put them on Facebook."
Yeah, I
That's
said the
why I'm not
same.
on Facebook. It's not their right to do that.
No,
And
I said the same thing, and they still do it.
they still do it, yeah. And in the world of cameras, I mean, what gives them the right to say that I can snap your picture and put it wherever they want? I don't
Yeah,
understand that without your consent.
because you're out in public.
I have to. That's it, Max. I'm staying in. I'm not
Yeah,
going
exactly.
anywhere.
I already told you this. We started off with this whole thing that I'm not going outside anymore. I can't stand people. I'm not going outside. I'm going to sit right here on my computer. Well,
Yeah.
until I have to go pick up my other one. But then I'm going to stay inside. Yeah.
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 But you know what? Around this time of year, you start getting into the true meaning of Christmas, and they still don't listen.
Nah.
I find that they don't listen. Like they go to church, they go to midnight mass, and they're all holy, and then it's just like, oh, I'm glad that's all over with. Just
It's a
like,
hard time to actually convert people because of the what people would call the Christmas spirit. And
mm,
everybody is generally more naturally, I'm gonna, even though you're an a-hole, I'm still gonna talk to you and hug you and pretend you're my friend because it's Christmas time. And you have that thing going where you can tell someone the gospel and the guy's gonna look at you and go,
you go,
I understand you're telling me the gospel
what?
and I don't believe it, and you're an a-hole, and thanks, bye. Here's your gift card.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that crap.
yeah,
It's like, well, what are you celebrating then? Or,
exactly.
people
Exactly.
they don't.
My brother's wife is a Buddhist. She's a
Oh,
Buddhist. She's a devout Buddhist. She is first generation. She came here when she was 20 years old, and now she's around 45, something like that. Buddhist all the way. Her family is here, all Buddhist. They donate to the Buddhist church. They do the Buddha thing. They do Buddha, 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 Buddha. Guess where
that.
Christmas is going to be, man? It's going to be at Buddha Chick's house.
Oh,
We got to have presents for everybody at Buddha Chick. I mean, come on. It's not a Christian holiday. None of this stuff is Christian holiday. This is everybody get together and have a nice meal time, and everyone can kind of stop ticking each other off for about 5 minutes and have a meal together. That's really what the whole thing comes down to. And of course, also, look how much money I make. Look how with the
yeah,
presents that I gave you.
yeah,
Look at this. Look at the presents that I gave you. I
yeah.
mean, that's
Come look at my tree. My tree is 12 feet tall, and I spent all
yeah.
these decorations. I spent this much, and blah blah blah. And
Well,
it's just like, I don't know who the idiot is.
yeah. And
Mm,
I already talked about that, and a lot of people hated it. About where I went through the paganism of Christmas.
hmm
And it's fact, okay? I'm sorry if you don't like it. It's fact. Christmas is a pagan tradition put on a pagan date. Now, if you're not a paganist and you choose to worship Christ on that day, so what? And you choose to take part in the traditions, so what?
Yeah.
Not a big deal. But you have to understand that where this stuff comes from.
Yes.
You don't think that I need to buy a gift for everybody, otherwise I'm not worshiping Christ. I need to send out thank you notes, Christmas cards. I need to put up a tree, otherwise I'm not worshiping Christ. Now you got a problem. Now you got a problem because that's not what the Bible says. That's
And
not Christianity.
this is why. Remember, I was telling you in high school, I was in a Christian Bible study, and I joined. Well, going to their church. I didn't actually join because anyway, I wouldn't get baptized with water. But this is
Oh,
the argument.
you're
This is
scared of
the
water.
argument. Yeah, this is the argument I was telling them. I was saying to them because they were going over through Christmas and they were doing the tree and the three wise men and the manger and I said, "Are you really reading your scripture?" Like, and they just said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, the wise men weren't there." I said, "The shepherds were. The shepherds were told. Wise men didn't come till about two years after." When he was a child. If you read scripture, that's what it says. Babe in the manger, shepherds, child,
Mhm.
wise men. And there weren't three wise men. There was probably um in a group. I'm sure there are probably like 300 of them traveling. You think three guys were all by themselves in a desert and they didn't have a food camel and a water camel and a tent camel and they carried all that stuff on their own? Sorry. They must have had a
I
whole
saw the movie.
entourage.
I saw the movie, and that is definitely the way that it happened.
Yes. So why is it 3? I said, I don't understand why there were uh,
Oh, that goes back to you. Now you're attacking the Trinity.
the Trinity?
Yeah, you're attacking the Trinity. There was three wise men.
3 wise men? Oh,
Now you're
there
saying
must
there's more than three?
no,
Modalist.
I'm saying
Modalist.
vocalist. No, I'm saying that there was more. There was a
Oh,
caravan.
oh
There
yeah.
had to be. I mean,
Yeah.
who carried the tents? Who carried the food?
Oh yeah.
Who carried bathroom tent? Who carried, the pots and the pans? And
Oh yeah, I know what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
There's that whole thing, and I think that was done on purpose by God. Was you have this whole thing? I think I did a video on it before. I've done several actually, where Gregorian calendar is completely off from the real calendar,
of course it is.
and
Yep.
you have this whole thing where you've got Pontius Pilate, where you know exactly when he lived, and you've got the dude who was the king of the Jews killing all the babies, and Jesus couldn't have been alive in a lot of this, according to the calendar. Yeah,
And why did he go 2 and under?
and to and fro.
No, why did he go 2 years and under
Oh,
at that time?
yeah.
Because he was 2 years old.
It-
Yeah. But I'm saying this is why I always brought that up. Again, I thought they're just not reading their scripture properly. They can't be. And then I was told, actually the door was shut in my face. Before I was told, I went to a Bible study around the Christmas time, and I was told, well, we believe in Christ was born on the 25th, and this is when we celebrate
oh,
his birthday, and
just so
and we
happens to go on with the equinox.
yeah,
Just so
the
it's
equinox.
coincidentally, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you should look
Coincidence.
into that. You look into that. It's pretty interesting. But anyway, yeah, we believe in the three wise men, and the door was shut in my face.
Yeah.
So in other words, you're not welcome to our Bible study. I'm
That's funny, and
sorry.
that's one of the the videos. My most recent ones about Gene Kim was kind of the same thing. It was like, I am a jerk. Okay, I'll put it plain and simple. I'm not talking to you directly. Valerie, I'm talking to general people out there who are watching. I am a jerk, and I come up with things that are off the cuff and things that are, if they get my blood boiled, I will go after it. Gene Kim has this thing, and it's this idea that they have the gospel and nobody else does.
It's such a
Now,
secret. Oh, it's a secret, Max.
exactly. And now look, there are a lot of false gospels, a lot of false teaching out there, but that does not mean you cannot be saved through those people. That does not mean that they don't have any ounce of truth in them. Guys like Gene Kim are like, no, one of us, man. If you're not one of us, then we don't want
I
anything to do with you.
That was funny because I saw that video, I think a day before you had put something up, and I had commented on it. I can't
Yeah.
remember what I said, but something about, if there's any such thing as perfection, and if you're claiming to be perfect, then it's deception because there's nothing perfect in this world.
Mhm.
And I kind of sort of said that, and I
Well,
can't remember what else I said, but anyway, you can always go back to the video and search up my comment.
Gene Kim throughout that video made the implication that because of his schooling from Peter Ruckman, that he was imperfect.
I'm not putting down Peter Ruckman. I'm
I
putting down schooling. You don't need schooling to read the scripture.
You don't. But everybody who goes through the Peter Ruckman school always brings up, I went to PBI. I went to PBI. I went to PBI. Therefore, I am somebody. I went to PBI. It's like a nonstop rotational thing from all these guys. Peter
I
Ruckman's kid killed his kids, man.
Yeah,
How good of a guy could he be? Oh, man. I mean,
yeah.
you imagine where Joel Osteen would be sitting right now if Joel Osteen's kid killed his kids? I mean, come on. He'd be nowhere. The other problem that I have with Peter Ruckman, for the main thing, yeah, his kid's a douchebag. But Peter Ruckman never gave anything out for free. Everything was always monetized. Everything
That's what
was
I
always paid.
that's what I commented too on Gene Kim's video. Because the gospel is free.
Yeah.
I said anybody, I stay away from um, people that are dollar based or need to sell something to people in order to um, have them believe in the gospel when the gospel is free. And all the references, you don't need the references that he was recommending. They're all free on the internet. Sure, you have to pay for the internet, and sure, you have to buy a Bible. Um, some Bibles are free, right, Max?
That's right. I got them.
That's
Actually,
right.
they're sold out, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, oh,
I
oh,
still have a half a dozen,
oh.
but that's about it.
No, but I was saying I stay away from anybody who wants money for something that was free. A free
Oh, sure.
gift. It's a
And
free
Peter
gift.
and Peter Ruckman never really did. It's the people who are managing his church. Um, that's what I think, because Peter Ruckman was an old dude. By the time I started watching Peter Ruckman, he was probably 80.
Mm.
I think he died when he was close to 90 or something. And
I
I
when
I only saw a couple of videos from Peter Ruckman,
mm,
but I know that if you look at him on the internet, there isn't any videos by Peter Ruckman that is official Peter Ruckman stuff. There's nothing. He's not giving anything out for free at
no,
all. Buy my DVDs,
that's
man.
right. That's right.
Buy my DVDs.
Yeah. You want to know about the blood moons? Buy my book. If you,
Yeah. Oh man. You can buy my
yeah,
100 DVD box set.
yeah. You
Yeah.
want to know if America's in prophecy? Buy my book. It's just
There we
like,
go.
well, I can read it for myself and
It's
fellowship
not
and
it's
look.
so important that you actually have to pay for it. He's not just going to tell you. That's how good of a guy he
That's right.
is.
Yeah,
But he's so
that's
good
yeah,
that he's going to give you a discounted price.
yeah. There's something wrong with
Discounted
that.
price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, my opinion, Pete Ruckman, dirtbag. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with that. But I have no reason for anything that I've ever seen from the man to believe he's nothing other than a dirtbag. I don't know. Some people might have some secret footage out there of him being nice, but the things where I see him actually handwriting stuff about what he believes about abortion, what he believes about segregation, and these things, and what he believes about that, on top of the fact that he will not allow anybody else on the internet to see his preaching, leads me to believe the guy's caught later.
Mm.
That's just what it is. I am not going anywhere near the dude. Not going anywhere near him. Sure, he had great teaching. Sure. You can tell me all about it. I don't want to hear about it. Whatever. Mm.
Or if you do want to sell a book or sell something, I mean, sell it for the cost of
Well, I don't.
producing.
Yeah, I don't believe in that either. If I wrote a book and
But but if you want something mailed, I mean, you have to pay for mailing
oh
and
yeah,
the cost of the book. But yeah, I can
I
see your
I
point.
have
But
I have no problem with people charging for books. It costs money to do that stuff,
yes,
and people should get paid for doing it. It costs well, from experience, it's I spent about 3 months to make a regular standard 300-page book, and 3 months of your time you need to get paid for that. It's how it is. Doesn't matter what kind of a book it is,
but
but
if you're getting a lot of donations, like a lot of these churches are, they
difference does
should
it
be
make?
free. It should be free.
I don't think they could come up with that much money, honestly. Maybe other people could, but I couldn't. Um, I would never do something like that for donations, but Peter Ruckman probably could. And I have nothing, like I said, I have no problems with people making money off of doing work. And things like making books is a lot of work. Peter Ruckman's got at least a half a dozen. And from what I understand, even Ed Feniger's out there, he says they're good books. Ask Ed about it. Okay, ask Ed about it.
But what are in these books that we don't already know, Max?
Deeper understanding about a lot of things like um rapture. He does the dispensational thing where They have dispensation is grace as different between dispensations, which is not correct, but that's pretty much in there. The
But
fact that it's faith alone is in
yeah,
there.
you don't think you can't learn that stuff on your own?
No.
I mean, I learned about dispensations, I don't know, maybe 2.5 years ago,
Yeah.
and that made me open my scripture a lot more differently.
Yeah, I know,
But
but
I learned that off YouTube, actually, off of Les
yeah,
Feldik's um,
exactly. But
video.
it took somebody else to even point it out for you to
Yes,
even
it
figure
did.
it out.
Yes, but it was free, other than the internet.
Well, if
I didn't
YouTube
have to
goes
buy a
down, then
book.
nobody has anything. Yeah, you don't have to buy
Yes,
the book.
yeah.
You don't have to buy the book. I'm just trying to not poo-poo the guy, because he's a very revered scholar and what he does. And maybe I'll do a live stream with somebody else who knows all about Peter Ruckman, and we'll do a Peter Ruckman discussion. From what I'm saying is, I don't care what the guy says. His kid's a child murderer.
Mm.
The dude rose a child murderer. Oh, and everyone's mad at me
Was
because I'm ticked about that. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You do not raise a child murderer. I don't even have parents. I get one dad who doesn't care. I can't swear now because Valerie's on here. I got one
it's
guy
okay.
on here doesn't give two craps about me.
Just mute
Doesn't
yourself
doesn't
and
even
say it.
care. Oh, that's nice. You bought a house and you got married. All right. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Ruckman Jr. carries Ruckman's name. Ruckman Jr. was paid to go through school to go get a doctorate. He either had two regular degrees or he had a doctorate, and to go be a professor at an Ivy League school. Lived up to be like 60 years old. What's he going to do? It's going to kill his 15 and 13-year-old kid.
So do you?
What
I don't
the
think
heck?
he couldn't have been. He couldn't have been saved. He couldn't have had
No, he
the
wasn't.
spirit.
He was guaranteed not.
And I think that comes from pressure from family to become something, and then that's where the friction comes in, and you lash out, and that's probably how it came out.
I don't know.
I,
People excuse it as him just being mentally confused or something. And I don't care how mentally confused you are, you don't murder people, especially your children.
that's bizarre. Yeah.
I could see somebody flipping out at the gas station where you get the incorrect change and you're just having a bad day and you're on the edge of the brink and then you just happen to, murder a gas station attendant. Whatever.
Yeah.
Premeditatedly murdering your children who you have raised for over 10 years. You're a sick guy. You're a sick guy. And somebody raised him who is the crown pride jewel of King James Bible believing community. Nope. I'm not buying it. Not buying that one bit. And like I said, I am lucky in the fact that he refuses anyone in the Ruckman refuses to put anything out on the internet for free. So it's not like I can actually see what this guy is talking about. I probably would have something else to say, but he doesn't put anything else out there. So what am I supposed to do? I don't care about this guy. I don't care. All I know is that people that I know that I respect and I appreciate their teaching get their basis from Peter Ruckman. That's all I know. So whatever Gene Kim does, Robert Breaker does, um, Brian, who's a false teacher, never went to PBI, just a guy in the woods, whatever. They're all getting their stuff from um, a dude who's raises child murderers. What can I say? What can I say?
Mm. We can change the subject.
Yeah.
I know at least Robert Breaker goes through scripture.
Oh yeah,
You
everybody.
you know I
They all
I
do.
don't agree with him 100% either. Sometimes when I watch his videos, not all the time, but he does make sense in a lot of things.
I haven't, you know, from the way he explains it, I haven't seen any problems with what he is doing.
Mm. Yeah, no, I don't see any
That's what I
problems,
mean,
but
and that's
sometimes
what
I don't agree.
it's
But I
weird that it all comes back to Peter Ruckman, and I'm
mm,
like, "Why? Why does it go back to Peter Ruckman?" I mean, I guess they bring it up that they went to PBI Institute and stuff like that, but I don't
mm.
think that Robert is teaching the same thing as Peter Ruckman did. It's kind of sort of similar.
See, I was all I know about Peter Ruckman is Peter Ruckman and Peter Ruckman Bible School. I
Yeah.
don't really know anything else about that. So,
Well, he's a guy who goes up there and, pretty much like me, who cusses and does all these other things, which Brian, like Denlinger says, you can't be saved if you do that. And he draws a picture as he does a sermon, which is awesome. Okay. It's very entertaining. It's very good. Whether or not, I don't care if the guy is speaking right or not. I want to watch him draw his picture. It's very good.
yeah.
And a lot of people, and he was also a prolific writer and did all sorts of other stuff, but obviously he neglected his family.
Mm,
And if you're going to be that prolific and you want your stuff to be out there, my question is, why don't you just let it be out there? You can make money.
exactly.
You can,
Exactly.
you
Through
can make,
donations. People donate. If you're going to donate, I mean, you don't ask for them, but people are going to donate.
yeah.
And literature and scripture and anything for somebody's learning should be free. I get,
Yeah.
I don't understand that part of it. Yeah, I don't. I do, I guess I do, because it all comes down to the dollar,
Well,
mind
everybody,
you. But
well,
if I
everybody
have,
needs to put food in their mouth.
Max, if your neighbor's house is burning, I mean,
I ain't putting that stuff out unless they got $20 bills.
what are you gonna do? I'll call the fire department if you pay me $100.
I'm going to wet down my lawn to make sure my house doesn't burn down.
You're just gonna
And
worry
I'm going
about
to go,
yourself?
hey, your house is on fire.
Exactly. And that information was for free. Like, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
maybe that's probably not a good example, but
Oh, it's a decent enough example because
uh,
we are talking about heaven and hell here. That's a pretty good example.
mm,
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But people like myself don't, this isn't what I do like for a living. This is something that I do as something I want to do. And there are people out there who this is what they do for a living. But then because they do it for a living, they're really stingy with, I can only give you this much. I'll only give you a little bit. I'll only
yeah,
give you a little bit of the truth. And that
yeah,
is something that I'm completely against. It's the reason that I
hmm
was never monetized until, a couple of months ago. I monetized for like a month, 2 months, something like that, just to test it out to see if I get more promotion. But it's like, what? I mean, yeah, yeah. I got the crumbs here. You
yeah,
want some crumbs? Do you
yeah,
want some crumbs about the gospel?
yeah,
And you lead into what that comes into when you're following and chasing the dragon like that. You're gonna start doing things like end time prophecy. Oh man, what was it? 4 blood moons or something like that. You're gonna end up doing that crap. Um, because people love it.
that's right.
Everybody, lost and saved, love it. You get all these views, that everyone clicks on your commercials, and you get all kinds of money. Is it the truth? No. If you teach
No,
the
I
truth, you teach the truth. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that close to the chest. If you want the truth, you can buy my book, and I'll tell you all about the truth. I
mm,
never agreed with any of that.
yeah, they entice you. A lot of programs are like that, though. And I think they still are. They give you a little sermon, and if you want to hear the rest of the sermon, or this is just a little 20-minute part of the sermon, but if you want the
Mhm.
2-hour sermon, and you can,
Yep.
pay for our DVDs at 19.99 for 3 months, or
Yeah.
I just shake my head at that anymore. I don't know how people can look at themselves. in the mirror.
Well,
I don't when they start doing that.
ask Ken Hovind how he's doing on his 80 acres or whatever.
Ken Holman?
Ken Hovind,
Hovind.
yeah,
Hmm.
the guy got out of prison for 6 years for fraud, and he comes out and he's already got 80, 90 acres and is rebuilding a theme park.
Yeah.
That's Ken Hovind for you. Where's that money going? Where's that money going? Oh, it is. Yeah, there's a whole lot to go about that, but that's who the people are. I have a lot of respect for Ken Hovind. If you've never seen him, I'm sorry, but he was the greatest creation debater that there was versus evolutionist.
Hmm. Oh.
Really, really solid. And now he gets into end time stuff, and he's not very good anymore. Just not. But back in 2000, 2005, this guy would slaughter everybody. Everybody. And people love him, especially people in Europe and stuff like that. They really like him. But what's he doing? He's taking everybody's money and buying four-wheelers. And I'm not kidding. He's literally buying four-wheelers. Okay, so that's who the guy is. Yeah. I want to buy a four-wheeler too. Linda, you go buy me a four-wheeler. Linda, you love my satires? Buy me a four-wheeler. I'll make you a satire.
I just want to say hello to everybody. Spiritual gifts.
We've been
Yeah.
ignoring everybody as
Guy.
we
That's okay.
just kind of
I saw my name flash up a couple times, but
all
at the
right, we'll
corner
go for
at
it.
the corner of my eye. But my tablet only goes so far. There's a few. I'm missing them.
You're missing them all. High
Oh.
Church Anglican. I see your link. Put it down in the comment.
Move to Maine.
Yeah, there we go.
No, I think I'm going to isolate myself and move up to northern Canada.
You're already in Canada.
Iceman
You're
here.
already
How's it going?
isolated.
Oh, hi, Jack.
Valerie's coming. She's talking to you from an igloo.
Yeah.
She's talking to you from an igloo. She had to walk 4 miles up the street and have the little network cable to go plug in just so she could get online tonight. She had to talk French to those Frenchies up there.
Oui.
There you go.
See, look at that.
See, look how sheltered she is.
Yeah, I'm so sheltered. This is my entertainment. I get entertainment by solar things. No, I'm not that sheltered. But yes, hello, Jack. I saw that. Yes. And out of snow. Snowmen. Yeah. That's the nice thing about an igloo. Every winter you just put on another edition.
There you go.
It's great.
Valerie's got a 2-story igloo.
Yeah, but it melts in the summer. Then you have to start all over again.
Well, you got igloo conditioning. You're fine.
Can I do a shout out?
I think so.
Okay. I just want to say hi to Lonnie. Don't touch my Timmies. That's it.
Okay. Lonnie Anderson?
No, Lonnie Martin. Don't touch my Timmies.
Right, we'll have to check it out. Oh, so we'll go through here. Questions for me. Questions for Valerie. Let's see what we got. New generation dress talk like hobbits.
What?
Trying to act in big. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but I wear my hoodie because it's always very cold up here. Right now it is 60 degrees in my room.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have my meme of I'm gonna have a few different coats on because I'm not gonna turn the furnace up. No point. Oh, and that's not because I'm cheap. It's because I don't have any vents or it's boiler heat. I don't have any I don't have any boilers upstairs. So
right.
there's Downstairs it's fine. Just up here. So that's how it
You
is.
need
I'm always gonna look like this.
you need a fan on your ceiling
Um,
to draw
I
up the air.
I have a gas furnace right here
Oh,
that I could turn on, and I'll just put on a coat. I don't need to. I don't need to run that. I also have a couple of electric heaters, but I don't need to run them. I'm all right.
no, electric is
But
too costly.
everybody is.
Boilers are nice.
Yeah, the boilers are great.
Boilers are nice. Yeah,
They're cheap.
yeah.
Like two
Hot
hundred
water.
dollar, $200 gas bill in the middle of winter. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty darn good. Yeah, I don't live in a mansion, but pretty good.
yeah.
High Church Anglican. I think I have you. He says, check out my latest video. Do I have you on my stuff? I'm pretty
He's
sure that I do.
he's the fella, Church Anglican. I think he keeps changing his name, don't you? He was on us before. I remember he was a little penguin. Was he a penguin?
I don't know.
Was
I
that
mean,
you?
you people who keep changing your stuff around, just stop doing it. You make it confusing for me. Just stop making it confusing for me. I'll see if I can find it briefly here before I go to the next comment. Okay. 31 videos. Hi Church. Oh yeah, I am sub to you, dude. Yeah. I like some of your stuff. I watched a couple of videos. So that's cool. Now I have to, you made me wreck everything that I was doing as I'm trying to produce a show.
You're okay. You're still in sync. So
Yeah, well,
that's
that's
good.
now I have to refresh my chat thing because that froze. All right. Oh yeah, and for chat, you have to always turn it to live chat at the very top of the chat. If you're wondering, like, if you watch it in replay or something like that, take off top chat and put on live chat, so you get all the chat. See what I'm talking about?
Chat replay.
Yeah.
When after you render your video.
Well, I'm doing it right now and it's live.
Okay.
But yeah, also after I'm render the video.
I mean, for people that view it.
Yep. Always switch it over to live chat. Spiritual gifts. Ken Hovind. Seriously, wow. Just goes to show. I don't know exactly what I was talking about when you were talking about that, but Ken Hovind is a nutbag now. Okay. That's about it. You can listen to creation evolution stuff with him, but everything else, he's off the reservation. So that's where it is with that. High Church Anglican. Have a debate about Christmas. Yeah, that's fine. Email me your telephone number, and after this is even done, I'll just call you up, and we can see what you want to talk about, and we can do it tomorrow or whenever. Obviously, when we get in closer to Christmas Eve, got to pick up a PC, got to program it, and there's stuff that I have to do too. But we can touch base. No big deal with me. Shoot me an email. I'll give you my contact info, and we can do something.
Will you be on next Tuesday, Max?
No, that's Christmas.
No. Yeah. Okay.
If I do, it's going to be some satire thing. It's not going to be a serious deal. I was kind of going to do that tonight too, a satire thing, but
You still can do it at 2:30 in the morning.
You'd be surprised how many videos get made at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Yeah, I was surprised that one morning.
Yep.
Yeah. I so happened just to be awake, and there you were, live streaming, going, what? I never did get back to sleep. But then again,
I got a lump of coal in my stocking from Valerie.
No, you're gonna get a 4-wheeler.
A four-wheeler?
Maybe. No. If I buy you a four-wheeler, Max, you'd be so upset, wouldn't you?
You didn't buy me the right four-wheeler. I wanted a bigger four-wheeler with the one with the bigger motor, and you got me the crappy one. Oh,
Yeah.
that's how people
Well,
are today.
yeah.
I'm glad you
That's not
got
the
me
one I want.
something, but it wasn't
That's
the one that I wanted. It was the
that.
crappy version of the one I wanted.
That's
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to say, Max. I mean, I think I stopped giving gifts about 3 years ago because my family was asking for gift certificates.
Yeah.
Not gift certificates. What do they call it?
Gift cards.
No, a gift receipt. A gift receipt. I didn't have
Oh,
a clue what they were. A gift receipt. What do you mean a gift receipt? In case we want to exchange it or return it.
no.
And I thought, if you want to exchange it and return a gift, if you don't like it, regift it. After that, I thought, nope,
Yep. And
nope.
you can kind of understand the methodology behind that, as in if you're buying somebody clothes and you have no idea of what their size is,
That's right.
that's kind of the idea behind it.
Yeah,
But
but if
no, you can change it in for cash. And it's like,
exactly.
we're just going to take everything that you've given and I'm going to go buy Mortal Kombat on my video game and whatever. Aunt Clara can go do whatever. She's not going to
It's
know that I
supposed
don't have her scarf.
it's supposed to be like a thank you. Here's the gift. Something that reminds me of you or whatever. And oh well, where's the gift receipt?
Yep.
Sorry, I see my name flashing up, but I don't have my. I don't know what I did with my glasses. Oh, there they are.
How do you find your glasses without your glasses?
Oh, I can. It's just the reading. When it's really small reading, I can't
Like a reflex.
read without it. I don't need them to see. I just need them to read.
I didn't see anything as far as I read that was directly to you.
Here, no, okay.
There might
Oh,
be.
I'm still up in an igloo. Holy smokes! Chat's not moving, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to get what I get, and if I don't like it, I regift it.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. It is. I'm not expecting it, so I don't really
Well,
care. What else? What do I need
the
that you don't
worst
you don't
part the
buy
worst part is
yourself?
when you don't expect anything and you've never asked for anything, and then you're destitute and you talk to people and you're like, I really need this. I really need this. All right. And then they give you a scarf and some mittens. It's like, thanks, dude. Thanks. You could have given me a $20 gift card to Subway and then at least I could eat. But at
Yeah,
least I have a scarf and mittens, man. At least I have a scarf and mittens. And they'd be like, those are really nice mittens. I went to the boutique and I got those mittens special. They're
yeah.
wool mittens. And I'm like, I can't eat. Can I eat my mittens? No.
That would be a good idea. Is Christmases go around and hand out Subway gift cards, meal
Yeah.
gift cards, instead of money because then they won't spend it on booze or drugs or whatever.
Well, it's Christmas. Let them go out and get trash. That's fine. I'm the liberal Christian. No, my taxes take care of all the homeless shelters in the state. We're one of the biggest ones for homeless shelters.
Yeah, but you know what? Even the homeless don't like those places. They want to be on the street. I
Yeah,
don't know. Some of them are just happier there. If that's where they're happy, then let them be.
I know more about
Um,
that than you know.
okay, Max.
Firsthand experience with that stuff. I know a lot
Well,
about that. I know a lot of people who are younger than me that prefer to be on the street than doing anything else. Yes, I know about that. High Church Anglican, people who play Mortal Kombat are going to hell. Yes. And people who play their guitar in drop D are also going to hell. True
Subway.
story.
Yes, spiritual
I weigh,
gifts.
I weigh, I wear, yep, way too many hats and mittens. Yeah, we get too many hats and mittens. Stop giving us hat and mittens. We don't really care. You know what
Can
we
you
need? We need stucco for the wall. Okay?
Stucco.
I need my bathroom redone. I need flooring. I need all this stuff. Buy me that. Don't buy me mittens. I don't care about mittens. How well do you think I can redo a floor with mittens on? What's it gonna do for me? Huh? How can I type on the computer with mittens on? I can't do that.
Get the
Crazy.
ones without the fingers in them.
That'd be too expensive. All right, so that's what we got. That's what I got for me. You got anything for you? Otherwise, it's been going for like an hour and a half. So
Oh no, I don't see anything. But
my camera is all way out of whack.
yeah.
If anyone could just let me know, is my voice actually syncing up with what is going on the internet? Because I've had a
Yes.
problem in the last 3 videos.
Yeah, it's been good so far. I haven't.
Okay.
Nothing's out of sync.
All right. Otherwise, I was going to take a sledgehammer to this thing and just be done with it. Spiritual gifts, thank you. All right. Cool. You got anything for you, Valerie?
Nothing that I see. I can only go back so far. What I've seen, I've kind of already commented on. Unless there's anything new. I don't know what Jack O'Neill. My
Jack's a
my
snowflake.
yeah. He put something up there, but my tablet's not picking it up, so I don't know what that is. If it's
I'm
a
sure it
smiley
was
face.
something derogatory towards me.
Oh, snowflake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my Iceman. Iceman.
Yes,
Iceman.
Jack the Ass Man. I am going to call him up
That
and be
slipped.
like, "What's going on, the Ass Man?"
That slipped.
No, I think that's good. Ass Man. Oh, we
Sorry.
made a meme out of Jack.
Sorry, Jack. Sorry, Jack.
All right. I'm the Ash Man. Jack O'Neill coming down. Okay. Well, cool. Thank you all for hanging out. I think we're about done. We really didn't have a topic tonight, and it was just kind of us hanging out and talking about the discouragement, sort of about the Christmas season. This is a very depressing time of year for a lot of people out there, and it's unfortunate. And honestly, the most like depressed things like crimes come out during this time of year where people are lonely, they don't have family, they don't have this, they don't have that. But if you're a Christian, you always have Jesus, and you have to remember that. And this time of year for someone who's a Christian is really kind of like every other day. You can look at the world for the crap that it is. You can look at what people are doing as the crap that it is, and you can try and save people. It's no different. It is a celebration. It's nice to get together with your family, and it's nice to buy presents for people, things that make people happy. It's a very, very good thing. And don't get depressed because maybe you don't have family, or maybe your family is some other religion, or they just don't like it, or whatever. Don't let it get you down. It's just a day. It's just a day. That's all it comes down to. And that's what we're talking about. So I think with that, Valerie, you got anything else?
I see my name highlighted again. Hang on.
You're out the spectacles.
Okay, much thanks to the Live Fellowship. Awesome. Good night and God bless, brethren. Spiritual gifts. Yes. Thank you, spiritual gifts. God bless. That's the important thing. God bless.
Okay, so we got it. We're rocking on. Good night, all. We're gonna do something else, and we probably won't see it till the new year. But who knows? Max is crazy. He might do some crazy stuff. Who knows?
I hope so.
Yeah. With that, we're gonna be out of here.